Hello everyone. Hi Aishwarya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I have Aishwarya with me. Aishwarya is one of my student and she was part of our first interview preparation batch. She has recently joined one of the MNCs and I just took this opportunity to talk to her and go through her journey. She's got multiple offers. Even in the tough market like that. So we all know that since 2022 market has been really bad and searching job in 2023 was a most difficult thing, but she has gone through that, got multiple offers. So I thought let me talk to her and record a video so that I can guide everybody out there who is looking for job and feeling demotivated or something. She has actually navigated through a very tough Salesforce job market and has secured multiple job offers, recently joined, so it will be very fresh perspective for all of you who are looking for a new job in Salesforce market. So over to you, Aishwarya. Tell me something about yourself, total experience, and over to you.
Hi Mohit. I'm really feeling good to be here. Thank you for the call so that I can help other people as well. So talking about my experience, so I have a total years of experience of about 5+ years, and my relevant Salesforce experience is 3 years. So I started my journey of corporate life in the year of 2018, and from there, like I was a manual tester previously.
Okay.
uh, at the beginning of the corporate years, for 2 years completely I was into manual testing, that was into Salesforce manual testing. So from there I developed a keen interest into Salesforce, and about the architecture and all. And then from there I started my journey of Salesforce development.
Nice. So, see, from testing coming to the Salesforce development is really tough. It's not a piece of cake. Like you can learn the admin part initially, but then development is really tricky. Even I train couple of testers and find it really difficult. So how was that transition? What resources you used to learn your Salesforce and then switched to Salesforce?
Yeah, so to begin with that, since I was into manual testing, we got at that time we did got KT on Salesforce. So later on, we were not given any brief on the data how Salesforce was stored or anything. So I had started googling things. So how the data is stored, what is Salesforce? So from the Salesforce website, the original website which we have, I started Googling it. So from there, I understood how the data was stored, and after that, actually, I have knowledge in Java actually, little bit. The core Java, because I was trained during the initial days of my career. So due to that, I got a little bit saved, because Apex is little bit similar to Java if you know the oops concepts, and the other concepts like variables, methods and all. So that had made much more easier for me. But people who are starting from the base, who do not have any coding knowledge, definitely it will be difficult for them. It need to be a little more harder than the journey which I had.
Correct, correct. Agree. But learning Salesforce development from the testing is a very commendable job. So well done on that part.
Thank you.
We met last year around September end or October beginning. Okay, so I want to tell
Yes.
everybody that at that time we were almost done with my batch. So we started our interview preparation batch around April, and then by the time she joined, it was just the recording she has gone through, and then she worked on everything on her own and tried everything on her own. So more than everything, more than the videos, it was her hard work which actually gave her everything she wanted to achieve. Okay, so when did you decided to switch from this organization? When did you decided that now I should go for any other organization or try to get more or other offers?
So this was around 1 to 1.5 years back. I decided to switch,
Yeah.
but when I started the journey, it was not as easy it was, because maximum projects which I had worked was into, support. Then I did not get any scratch projects to work on. There were mostly the enhancement projects also. So it was a bit difficult for me then also. So I was not getting proper resources. So then one fine day, I just started applying into the market. Uh, and I got few calls, and I gave few interviews, and I cracked one interview. After cracking it, I came across Mohit in LinkedIn. Someone had actually suggested his YouTube videos, and like shared a post regarding that. So when I went through that, I found it really very interesting. So I did not think twice. I just joined his courses. So by that time, he had actually finished all the recordings, and all the live recordings were not there. So I had gone through his recordings, not the full recordings also. I had actually covered all those recordings where I felt my weak points are, whereas like the triggers, then the LWC part. So I also do not have any real time experience in LWC. So whatever I have learned it through videos from Mohit.
That is just the extra saying, guys.
No, no, actually, it's true, because LWC is something I haven't worked on till now. So
Okay.
yeah.
See, guys, anybody who is listening this, trust me, it was her hard work. I can only take 1% or 2% of it. For LWC or for any practical thing, there are enough resources available on YouTube. So this is nothing about endorsing my videos or whatever. You already know who I am. Okay, so you've got multiple offers. Can you tell me about how many offers you got and the journey between deciding when you want to get more of when you want to apply for more jobs versus when you actually got it? How difficult it was, because market was really difficult. I was teaching students, I was guiding students, and I was connecting with them on everyday basis. And the most difficult problem I faced during that time was to keep them motivated, because market was
Yes.
not giving anything at that time. There was layoffs everywhere. There was people who were very depressed. They were saying that what's the point of learning when I'm not getting interview calls? So the most difficult thing I thought was to motivate them, and I used to come up with different ideas to motivate them. But it's the students journey which they do on their own. So how and what kept you motivated in this phase?
So, as I told you, like I had joined your course in the month of October. Like I had already one offer, but I wanted something. I wanted to apply for more interviews, because the company in which I got was Accenture. That was similar to the organization which I was currently working in that at that time.
Yeah.
So I thought, in case of projects and all, I wouldn't be lucky enough to learn more new things. So that is why I thought of applying more. And at that time, during 2023 October, November, December, the market was tough. Initially, when I started applying, I did not get proper calls. I was actually talking to many people, reaching out to them, talking to them if they have any openings and all. Then after few days, like I had put down my papers, and after that, after few days, around after 1 month of putting down my papers, I started getting calls slowly. Then started giving interviews for various companies like Wipro, Capgemini. So I got a good idea about what kind of technical scenario based questions which they ask during the interviews.
Right.
Uh, yeah. So after that, during the month of November, like the last week of November, till Christmas, I was not getting proper calls,
Yeah.
because it was during the festive season. So that is why everything was going down. People were going on leaves, so that was a tough phase. But yeah, like they were conducting the interviews, But once and for all, when I'm clearing the interviews, the results were delayed.
Yeah.
And if I'm completing the interview process also, the offers which were released were getting late.
Yes, I remember saying around 15th November, I told my students that these 1.5 month are
Yes.
for the preparation. Just do your best this
Yes.
1.5 month. Don't worry about interview calls, because I knew that there'll be less interview calls because of the festive vibes and people going out for holidays. So I knew,
Yeah.
that's why it said that just focus on your study and don't worry about the interview calls, because they
Mhm.
delay in the interview calls, there'll be delay in the feedbacks and all. And see, the good thing with the people is that they keep on motivating each other. So after a certain point, it's not me, it's they keep on interacting with each
People,
other,
yeah.
keep on helping each other. That
Yeah.
basically serves the purpose which I basically intended. So you resigned from Accenture first and then started giving interviews, or you got the one offer
No.
already?
No. Actually, my previous organization was Cognizant. Okay,
Okay.
and the offer which I got, the
Okay.
first offer which I got was Accenture. So, as you know, like both the companies are at the
Yeah,
same
all pretty
level,
much
right?
similar. Pretty much similar.
Yeah. So that is why I thought of giving more interviews, and if
Okay.
I can get a better opportunity.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking is that there are many people who keep on asking, sir, can I resign first? And because I have 90 days notice period, shall I resign
Mhm.
first and then try? I almost say no, because it just adds extra pressure on your mind that you have to find a
Yes,
job. Your time, it's like a ticking time bomb. It will keep on decreasing the number of days. So don't do that, guys. I mean,
that's true.
whosoever comes to me, I always say that don't do that. I know it is difficult that companies will not wait for 90 days, but there will be companies who will wait. Don't worry, trust on your skill. I have resigned Cape Gemini, I have resigned Cognizant, I have resigned IBM. All these companies had 90 days notice period and they waited for me. So it's not a, it is a bit difficult initially. You'll not get there may be a couple of companies who will not say yes for your offer. Ultimately you will get some, but don't resign, because that will add extra pressure, and then under those pressures you might not be able to perform that well. So don't do that. Okay.
That's true. That's true.
Now tell me, Aishwarya, how many offers did you get? If you are comfortable with the names, I'll be more than happy to get to know the name. Yeah, I mean, I know the names already, but it is your journey, so you will be telling, and then we will further drill down on those company. If you are not comfortable, you can say company A, company B, company C. That is completely okay. And
Okay.
later on the comments, I will quote company A, equivalent companies of company A. Okay. So why I want is that I want people to get to know how many interview rounds they have with XYZ company, what's the
Hmm.
interview process, how you can apply for that company. Did you get the call directly, or you applied via referral or anything like that? So that it will help other people who will look for the opportunity on similar companies. Okay.
Okay. First of all, I would start with the first offer which I got. As I told you, it was Accenture. For Accenture, there were two rounds. One was the technical, and the other was HR, directly HR, no techno managerial.
Okay.
And the offer release was very quick. Within 2 days they had released the offer. I think there was bulk hiring. That's what I thought of. Then after that, I got an offer from a startup company. Actually, it's not a startup. Actually, it's a mid scale company.
Mm-hmm.
That mid scale company, for that mid scale company, I had two rounds as well. Again, one was the direct client interview. It was a direct client interview. The client was involved. Actually, that company was hiring for a specific project, so that is why they had organized one client interview. So based on that round, they had judged, and then they had scheduled the interview round. But like after that, I got a call from EY, and then Tech Mahindra. So I got a call from them directly, like from Naukri. They had found my profile and they had called me up. And For EY, there were total 4 rounds of interviews. The first round was actually technical, and the second one was also technical. They told it was a techno managerial, but it is not techno managerial. First 2 rounds were technical. Then the third round was techno managerial, which was going to the office and giving the interview. Okay, mine was a face to face interview with the interviewer. But with few people, I heard that they were calling in the office, but they were scheduling the interview on their laptop only, like
Got it.
in the office only. They were
Mhm.
giving the interview on laptop. Then the fourth round was HR. um Coming to Tech Mahindra, there were 3 rounds. One was technical. The first was technical. Then there was a techno managerial round. Then HR round. And the current company which I have joined, it had 3 rounds. Sorry,
Okay.
3 rounds. One was technical. Second was techno managerial, and the third was the HR.
Correct. Thank you. So, yes, I remember your EY journey. Like we have gone through the all the questions in our batch as well. And I remember
Yes.
when you went for that face-to-face round after coming out from office, you called me. We had this connect on how it was and what
Yeah.
questions did they ask. So I remember that day very well. Yes, I get a lot of queries regarding the EY. And because you gave interview, I had a clear idea about how many rounds and all. So I helped all those students. But my intention with this video is to help even larger audience, even more people like that. So that is why I directly got you in the call and did that. And EY definitely is a good company because when we go through their interview questions, they were really good.
Yeah. My set of questions were also really good, actually.
Yeah. The good companies, whenever we talk about good companies, even the techno managerial round will be more of the technical. So it will be more like 70% technical and 30% managerial because the people who are taking those rounds are actually technical architects. They are not people manager. When you get a people manager as a techno managerial round interviewer, then you might get more managerial question. But you actually get when you get an architect in the techno managerial round, there are very high chances that it will be 80-20 or 70-30, but not below than that. So
Yeah.
okay, during your interview preparation process, I mean, I know you are part of my batch, and also we'll not talk about my batch. What other resources did you use, other channels and other learning materials, other things you use, which you think will help fellow developers, fellow learners, freshers in their interview preparation journey, except me, totally.
Okay. I had referred to the proper Salesforce developer guide. Okay. For few topics, not for
Correct.
all. And other channels, YouTube channels, which I had referred. One for practicing triggers, I had referred SFDC Ninja. Okay, it was suggested by you only. So I got a really good idea from that channel. I was also after seeing those videos, I also started improvising my triggers as well. Like if the sometimes the code which one person writes may differ from the other person.
Definitely.
So yeah, so that was one channel. Then I also referred Salesforce Troops. Then there is a one website called SFDC Kid as well.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yes.
that is a really very good
Very good.
website with for LWC, because the explanation was really in simple words. Anybody can understand it. Then related to the asynchronous epics, I had referred Apex hours. So
Apex.
Apex hours had videos as well as content as well, both. So I had referred Apex hours. So these were the few
Mhm.
websites and channels.
Right. Yes. SFDC Ninja is really good for the triggers, and I think I almost tell everybody to go through that. Same goes for SFDC, Salesforce Troops. Whenever I was learning Lightning Web Components, I actually was preparing for JavaScript Developer one back around 2019,
Hmm.
and this website was like savior, because there was no content available around JavaScript Developer 1 around 2019. So
Yes.
because of this website, I was able to clear. So I almost tell everybody to go through this, not only for NWC, but also for JavaScript and everything. So yes. Also, apart from this, those who are learning Salesforce from the very beginning, Sanjay Gupta's channel is really good. Sanjay
Mm.
Gupta Tech School is very good. Panther School is very good, so you guys can go through that and check out their videos. She has more experience, but there will be people who have less than 3 years of experience. Go through these, and that might help them. Okay, any closing remarks or suggestion for the new people? Mostly, what I feel is that the people who have less than 3 years of experience, they feel problems related to getting interview calls. They do not get enough interview calls. So up to point they work really hard, but then somewhere they lose that confidence when they do not get call.
Yes.
Any suggestions you have for them?
So, coming to the interview calls, please create your profiles on all the job portals like Naukri. Then you have Indeed. So I had done it for myself as well. So every day I used to update those profiles anyhow by adding the skills. Daily whatever skills day to from the day to day life which I learned, I had kept on adding it, so that the profile comes up, and the recruiters notice. And coming to the notice period as well, do not worry about the notice period, because I myself had a notice period of 90 days, and I was not given an early release, because I had struggled for that a lot.
Like
But do not get demotivated due to the notice period, because there will be very few amount of companies which will not agree for the 90 days notice period. But surely there will be many companies who do wait for 90 days, like Cognizant, Capgemini, and then Accenture. So these
100.
kind of companies do wait. And coming to the certifications, so yeah, I would suggest to coming when it comes to certifications and you are applying for a Salesforce developer profile, try to do one certification at least. Only one certification would be fine. That too, not by referring any stuffs or anything. Just learn and give it, and just get one certification done, so that when it comes to interviews, they ask for certifications as well. So if you have one certification also, that would be enough. They will consider you for the interviews. So yeah, and do not do certifications in a rush.
100%. I agree with you. Like PD1 and admin are the basic certifications. So
Yeah.
start with them. Do not refer anything. Like don't go for any dumps and all, because there is no value of that certification if you do it via dump. See, I have done JavaScript, so I can proudly flaunt that because I have worked really hard for that, and I know that the value of it. But if I would have done it via the dumps, I would have been like, yeah, I am JavaScript certified, but I'll not say it very proudly. So say do the things which makes you proud. And in your job search journey, it is very important that you surround yourself with positive people, with like-minded people who are actually looking for the common goal, because there will be so many negative factors and you'll have to deal with so many non-technical other things as well, apart from the job search, apart from the learning technical things. So if you are not
Yes.
getting interview calls and all, then also you'll have to keep on focusing on the technical aspects as well. Because what happens with many people is that because they are not getting interview calls, they leave the study. So when they
True.
actually get interview call, they are not prepared. Then they start preparing. Then for a month they'll not again get any call. Then they will again leave the preparation. Then they will get call. So when you get the call, you are not prepared. When you are prepared, you are not getting call. So it's a cycle, and cycle keeps on going. So just break the cycle. Make your technical things intact even when you are not getting the interview call, and sooner or later you will get call. So make sure when you get call, you are prepared for that interview. Okay. And
Yes.
it is very true that after certain number of interviews, questions will keep on start repeating.
Repeating.
It
Yes, true.
start
I
repeating.
agree.
So I mean I have more than 700 people on my batch, and I go through all the questions they share. You can say see that the questions are getting repeated, so there are limited set of questions, guys. If your fundamentals are strong, trust me, questions will start repeating after certain number of interview. So stay positive. I know journey is difficult, I know there are less opportunity, I know market is tough, but if you focus on your technicals, if you know how to do that, and also focus on how you answer a particular question, because when market is tough, they will not only expect answer, they will expect that you answer it in the best possible manner. Okay, go through the best practices, go through the governor limits, go through the all the fundamentals things, object oriented concepts, and always remember, they ask this question a lot, that how do you keep yourself updated with the latest trends. They ask a lot of these kind of questions in the techno managerial round, so make sure you are aware about the latest release updates and everything. Okay, so those are very important thing. And thank you so much, Aishwarya, for joining today. I thoroughly enjoyed. I hope this video will help other people out there in the market. And I want to wish you very good luck for your new job and this new journey. And keep on joining our classes and keep on motivating other students as well. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you,
very much.
Mohit.
Thank you. Thank you so much.